Welcome back to Bold of You to Say. We're back with another episode. We did a pretty long news minute talking about basically all the stuff that happened with Wall Street and Reddit, the whole shit show. We gave our takes on that. I went on an anti-capitalist rant. It was a fun time.
I will admit we did get ranty at some points in this, especially me. I apologize.
Before the news minute, we gave our condensed / very not condensed review of A Knight's Tale.
About 30 minutes long. It was going to be 5 minutes, but I just love that
We talked
movie
about
so much.
Queen
I want
and the
everyone to
Beatles.
watch it. Yeah.
Such a good movie. Buy it, rent it, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
We talked about GameStop stocks.
Yeah. GameStop. Stonks. Then we went
Stonks.
into some more WandaVision speculation, because I guess we're doing that weekly now.
And then I had some fun big topics. This was Jerry's week. I had the big topics this week.
Yeah, we talked about a very Dan Schneider-esque Fallout mod.
Don't download it. It's
There was a whole debacle on artist Twitter that Jared broke
We
down.
also had a surprise visit from our number one fan.
It doesn't take a lot to be our number one fan. All you gotta do is just show up. It's like gym class.
Yeah, just show up on time.
There will be timestamps listed out in the description, so you can skip to whatever topic you'd like if you want to, skip all the politics and stuff. If you just want to listen to the WandaVision stuff, or, if you're listening in the future and WandaVision is all wrapped up and our commentary is rendered obsolete. And now, enjoy the show.
Now, Alex, I need to know, would you agree with me that is just a sports movie, but with knights? Like the football movie.
All right. Cold open before we get into News Minute. This is officially the podcast now. My condensed review for A Knight's Tale. It's possibly one of the best sports movies ever made.
I fucking told you. It is the greatest sports movie ever made, and it's for fucking jousting.
I know. And it
hits all of the tropes, and they're all equally ridiculous.
I love it so much because it's the kind of movie that knows exactly what it is.
Yeah, no, it is so good. Like when the fucking count guy, like he's literally in a war zone, wins a war just so he can fuck up the underdog.
I know,
because
it's
he's
so
that
good.
much of a jockey douchebag.
I know. I was just gonna say he's like a medieval jock.
Oh, it's so good.
It felt so much like high school. Just the whole thing, all of it.
There's the underdogs or all these like nerdy side characters. Even like the smart lady that's doing all the blacksmithing stuff is just the nerdy girl that teaches him how to do stuff better.
I am so glad that they didn't like mess up that character, because I liked that character a lot. I like when like a woman is included in a movie and it's not for the sake of like having a love interest or whatever, like just having a well-rounded character that just happens to be female, right? Like
it's the sports trope thing where there's like the nerdy girl that becomes the underdog jock's friend, and then there's like the popular girl that he's trying to win the heart over.
Yeah, now
they have both of them in the movie.
I was like half expecting her to just end up with one of the sidekick characers.
No,
and I'm so glad that
she's
didn't
just got
happen.
A successful career. That's all she needs. She's fucking Nike.
She has a trade and she's into it, and she doesn't need to be like forced into a relationship,
It's great. I just love the implications in that movie that she is the fucking basically the
Nike.
founder of Nike. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, by the way, Nike. But I know that's actually the product placement Nike got for it, because they got sponsorship from it. So they're like, yeah, fuck it. Put the Nike logo on a suit of armor. And it's perfect. I want more movies to do that. Imagine like a fucking medieval movie like Game of Thrones, except at some point they go to an inn and it's the fucking McDonald arches.
I love that so much. I'm a sucker for a few different things, and one of them is modern
creative
things,
product placement,
modern things, but in a medieval setting.
Oh god, like the fucking Burger King from Shrek 2.
I know, or like the part that's just cops, but it's in Shrek 2.
Yeah. Oh,
I love
god.
that so much. It's one of my favorite things.
But yeah, I remember when I told you about the theme song of the movie being "We Will Rock You." You sounded a bit concerned about it. How are those concerns now?
Okay, the reason that I was concerned is that you know this, I have an unhealthy obsession with Queen.
Yeah.
And I hate it when people cover Queen songs. Like my lizard brain just goes absolutely bananas.
Your lizard brain.
Even hearing fucking Adam, what's his name? I want to say Adam Levine, but I don't think Adam something
Isn't
like
it a
that.
Clothing company?
Adam Lambert, I think. Let me just look this up because it's gonna bother me. Okay, yeah, Adam Lambert. Even hearing him like as their new lead singer, like I get you can't replace Freddie Mercury, and like if you try to do that, you're gonna fail. But I don't know. I just don't like that
new Queen. Also, I didn't even know they were
kind
still
of
making music.
Well, they're not. I don't know if they're still writing new music, but they're touring. Queen plus Adam Lambert is what they're officially touring as. It's Brian May, the guitarist, Roger Taylor, the drummer, and Adam Lambert as the lead singer.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be mean to the other members, but the only Queen was Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, okay, look, Freddie Mercury was
like
Queen.
Without Freddie Mercury, like what I don't even know. I didn't even know the members of Queen had a name. I just figured they were interchangeable other people.
Yeah. No,
I didn't even know they were the same people in everyone. Holy shit.
Yeah, look, I don't know. I feel very passionately about it. Like you can't do Queen without all of the members because like if you take any one of the members away, it's not going to be the same. And I think Freddie Mercury is like the one member that like makes the most difference if you take him away, because he's like,
yeah,
you know,
it's not like the
lead
Beatles.
singer. The lead singer is the most noticeable part of any band usually, especially like a pop band.
That's the thing. That's like it's like with the Beatles though. Like I'm an average listener on both of them, but I can name almost every Beatle. Always get hung up on the drum. I don't remember who he is.
Ringo Starr. The drummer is Ringo Starr.
Yeah.
He's one. He might be my favorite Beatle because of just where his career went. Because like we talked about this. We were like looking up pictures of this in like one of the first few episodes that we did of Bold of You to Say back when we were still at CTC. Ringo Starr is doing like MS Paint art, and he's selling it, and
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Listeners, look up Ringo Starr paintings.
So good.
They're weird, but like that, like I don't know, like a psychedelic kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, like you can't reform the Beatles with only two of the members still alive.
Yeah,
right, and that's
impossible.
That's what Brian May and Roger Taylor are trying to do. And I understand, you know, being a musician, you wanna play music.
Just do what John Lennon and everyone else did, and just start your own band and name it yourself.
Yeah, well, I mean,
they have you, Paul.
Yeah, no, they have branched out quite a bit. I'm pretty sure Roger Taylor has been like he started playing with a different band a while back, but
look,
yeah, I understand wanting to like revive the Queen brand, which let's be honest is really lucrative because it's one of the most famous bands on earth. So if you have Queen, no matter who's in the band, if they're named Queen and they have the Queen logo and they play "We Will Rock You" and "We Are the Champions," you're gonna sell out every stadium in the world, pretty much.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I guess I look at it the same way I look at fucking pirate ships. Like if the main guy dies, you gotta bury the boat with them.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
no.
Queen was a ship, and Freddie Mercury was very clearly the captain of it. The expression is the captain always goes down with the ship. Let's sink it. Come on.
Yeah, it works the other way, vice versa. The ship goes down with the captain.
Meanwhile, fucking Queen's all like part of the crew, part of the ship.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm conflicted on it because, yeah, like I miss Freddie Mercury. Well, I mean, I miss him as much as someone who was born a decade after he died can miss him. But you know, there's this emptiness in my heart that only Freddie Mercury can fill.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I understand. I understand when people are like, no, they shouldn't tour anymore. They shouldn't be, touring as Queen because, it's not the same without Freddie. But at the same time, honestly, if I'm being objective about it, it's what Freddie would have wanted. He would have wanted them to keep going. Because, one of his most famous quotes is, you can do whatever you want with my music or anything that I had to do with. You can do anything that you want. Just don't make me boring.
Yeah.
And I mean he would have wanted them to go on without
what
him.
We need to do? I think, I don't know if this is my, I don't know. What we should do with Freddie Mercury is jury rig his corpse to a machine and just have him not be boring. What's more boring? Being a corpse in the ground or being a corpse that dances on stage?
I mean, I would pay to see that. I would buy tickets to that just out of sheer curiosity. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad that in A Knight's Tale they didn't cover Queen because I don't like hearing other people sing Freddie's songs. It's like that part in Harry Potter. It's like that part in Harry Potter where Harry busts into Hogwarts and he's like, "How dare you stand where he stood?"
Oh yeah,
it's like that, but with Freddie Mercury and Queen. So anyway, I watched A Knight's Tale. No, my condensed review. It's great, awesome sports movie.
Watch it.
Just great movie. It's really fun. I loved Paul Bettany in it. He was great. Great performances all around.
Now I wish
it's Heath Ledger, so it's good.
I wish he never took the Joker movie. Maybe the timeline would have been different. Maybe they would have made a sequel.
No, it's Heath Ledger has had such a varied career, and his range is so incredible. Like he is possibly one of the best actors that's ever worked.
Oh yeah, no, he's fucking excellent, and it's a shame that he died when he did.
Yeah, every role that he has done has completely different, mannerisms, speech patterns, down to how the lip quivers. He commits 100% to every character. And you got to appreciate it. It's incredible.
It just makes me so sad that the last movie he ever did is a movie that gamers are using with the Joker and shit to make shitty memes. It makes me so sad.
The true Alpha Chad is Sir Ulrich von Lichtenstein.
Fun fact, that name was actually stolen from a real person.
Really?
Apparently... this was a Fact Fiend video I saw. I remember it wasn't entirely accurate. There's some things that they had to change, like the name wasn't right. But basically, it's about this... The real character that he's pretending to be is a German knight who does jousting and stuff. And it's just the Chad at jousting. He was amazing. He didn't care about, the glory and honor and shit like that. He just really liked jousting. And he just didn't give a shit. What
a Chad.
One of the things he did was to prove that he liked someone is he bought a wedding dress for them, put it on himself, and jousted in it. He jousted
that's
the wedding,
a pro
in the dress.
gamer move.
He put it. I just love that story though, because he won also. Imagine you train your whole life to be a joust, one of the best jousting champions. You wanna beat the best and stuff, and you finally come up against one of the more renowned jousters, and he fucking puts on a wedding dress and still kicks your ass.
What an absolute flex! That is such a flex to beat someone at jousting in a wedding dress.
Just, it's amazing. Watch A Knight's Tale. It's a beautiful movie, and I recommend everyone sees it.
Yeah, it's really inspirational too. Like
it just makes you want to be a jouster.
It doesn't take itself too seriously. Like it knows what it is. Like it knows it's just, you know, a medieval sports movie, but it still manages to be pretty inspiring.
Spoiler,
you know, with the whole theme
though.
of like changing your stars.
Yeah. Now we're getting into spoilers though. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen A Knight's Tale. Now you know the part where the knight that he beats and that he's like not being a glowsome asshole, but like comes in and knights him so he doesn't get hung for, you know, impersonating an entire person.
Yeah.
Like, what if every football movie had that? Like the head fucking like what is it? The quarterback knights someone. It's like, you're the quarterback now, kid. Welcome to the team.
No, that wouldn't even like.
That needs to be
I don't know, the
analog in every football movie.
No, the analog would be like the coach, or like not even the coach, like.
No, it's the star quarterback becomes his friend, because like the star player is like this amazing person, and then like the douchebag jock wants that position, so he fucks him out of it. And then the star player is like, I'll teach you some moves, kid, so you can be the best also. It's like that. It's like Rocky kinda.
Yeah. No, that was awesome when the prince came back and
he's like, hey,
knighted
guess
him
what?
and stuff.
I was the prince. You're a knight now.
Guess like imagine being a prince and like, you know, life is great, but you know, you just want to joust, but no one will joust you because they're afraid that you'll like behead them.
I think that's also inspired by a real character, like a real person in history. I can't remember though.
Probably like half of the kings that ever were interested in sports.
Yeah. But no, I love that though. It's like, oh, you don't want to hurt the prince. How dare you? Fucking Ulrich Von Lichtenstein shows up.
Yes.
Oh, I'll joust you. Let's go. I don't even know who the fuck you are. I'll fight anyone. The prince just happy to actually have a joust.
I'll kick your ass, man. Really?
Just walks
you
up
promise?
to the prince. You want to fucking die? Finally. I've waited
I'll
so
knight
long
anyone
for
that's
this.
brave enough to kick my ass. Anyway, it's been close to half an hour talking about this. Yeah, watch A Knight's Tale. It's
so good.
It's not the most accessible movie. You'd have to either like rent it on or buy it, you know, digitally on like Amazon or whatever. Or if you have cable, you can log in to like the TBS app or TNT or whatever if you have cable. Or it's pretty cheap on Amazon if you want to just buy the Blu-ray. I bought it for $5.
So it doesn't matter what version you get, in my
watch
opinion,
it somehow.
so long as you get it. Just find
watch it
this movie
wherever you can. Watch it. So anyway, yeah. With that review aside,
let's get into news.
Let's get on with the official topics for today's show.
The bold of you to say Knight's Tale review is over.
Yes. All right, now Jared, give us some intro music for News Minute. All right, so last week some pretty eventful stuff happened. We recorded Tuesday, and then Wednesday shit just hit the fan.
Yeah. So
it happens.
I know
this is like what, the third, fourth week in a row this has happened.
You know, I was telling my mom about it. I think what we need to start doing is immediately after this shit happens, we need to make a podcast episode so we get it.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. We gotta do something to like. Well, maybe if we just switched to publishing on Mondays, that way we can like, you know, because like if the trend keeps going the way that it does. We record Monday or Tuesday, then Wednesday or Thursday something happens, and we can't talk about it until the next week.
I think, like, as long as we can record it like immediately, because it like we never know. It's like it's best to get the recording done, or for like at least a mini podcast. Like we'll do like a special like, oh, heads up, this just happened, we're gonna talk about it now kind of thing.
Like,
it still lets us talk about other stuff in the other episodes, but we also get at the most primest time, like the perfect time for it.
And News Minute will be a lot closer to a minute. It'll never be a minute, but it'll be closer to a minute.
Instead of 40 minutes of us talking about Wall Street.
Yeah, so anyway, actually getting into it.
Yes, I know the backstory pretty well because it's funny as fuck what happened.
I'm just going to open with Wall Street had it coming.
Yeah.
The hedge funds, everyone with an exorbitant amount of money where they didn't work for it, they just use money to earn money. They're all shitbags. They contribute nothing to the economy. Let's eat them.
And they deserve this. Yes. It's finally happening. We're going to put them in poverty. But no, so basically what happened is this hedge fund manager was like fucking talking big shit about how GameStop's going to fall apart. So everyone needs to like, do a shorting stock, which is basically where you, I forget exactly what it's called, but basically what he's doing is he's like placing bets on if GameStop's going to fail so he can make more money in the end when GameStop inevitably does fail.
Yeah, well, what they're doing is essentially betting on the business to fail. But what they're doing, the actual like mechanism through which they do that,
it's a loophole.
It's like a really gray area, like in terms of like ethics and like legality. I guess not legality, because it is legal to do it. It's just it's really really scummy to do, but
it's not going to be legal soon though. Or they just gonna make people poor people betting illegal.
No, they're not gonna make it illegal to short stocks because that's what the rich people did. They're gonna make it illegal to do what people on Reddit did. Because the rich own this government, and if that's not abundantly clear at this point, I don't know how much more could happen to make the case. But anyway, what
the hero of the story, the people of Reddit, they saw
Redditors.
This man. They saw this.
Now, hold on, let me actually get into how it's done because I got sidetracked. So what they do when they're essentially betting on a business like what happened with GameStop to fail, they short the stock, which basically means they these people that are trying to make a buck off of it. And I'm probably not going to do the best job explaining it, so I'll probably link some videos explaining it in the description that from people that know more about it than I do and people that can explain it better. But my understanding is that these people running the hedge funds, they borrow stocks in this company.
Yep.
And they sell them all, which then lowers the price. So they make, X amount of money. The stock price lowers because it's being sold at a massive rate, or it's being sold off like massively, right? So that lowers the demand and thus the cost. So they then buy back all those stocks at a lower price, effectively making a profit, and then they return the shares to whoever they bought them from. And so they scrape off the excess. So they sell it more for what they buy it for.
Yeah.
And that they do it a lot. It happens all the time. With any business that's doomed to fail, like a Blockbuster or something like that, a business that is on its way out, that has no path forward, which is how they saw GameStop. And frankly, that's the position that GameStop was in. So they were trying to short the stock and make a quick buck off of it, while also squeezing GameStop out of the economy and out of the stock market by basically making it so they aren't a viable company anymore and they can't, make money, or it basically would lead to GameStop failing as a business and having to lay off a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So it doesn't help anyone other than the 1% and the hedge funds.
So now, what Reddit did when they caught word about this hedge fund, the gamers rose up and decided, fuck that guy in particular. And they invested all they could into GameStop. In one day, GameStop went from being a failing company to probably the most successful up and coming
for sure
company on the stock market. It shot up. I think the numbers was 48,000% or some shit like that. It was
something
incredible.
Like that. Yeah. So what the Redditors did is they bought all of the stocks that were being sold off, which then it caused a rise in demand and thus cost for the stocks. So since the demand was skyrocketing, the price of the stocks was skyrocketing, and suddenly these hedge funds can't buy them back for a lower price. So they have to take a loss and potentially go out of business, which is what's happening.
One of the hedge funds, it was such a huge thing that happened. If when it all is said and done, that hedge fund will be bankrupt. We'll have to go bankrupt 7 times in order for it to pay off all of the debt it owes. It has gotten so bad that 4 of the people working there, the stalkers there, have fucking killed themselves because of it.
Yeah.
It is. Oh.
Yeah. No. To combat this, there have been a few different ways that, essentially the elite, collectively the people in charge, the people with money. There's a few different ways that they've been combating this. So one way is that Robinhood,
by the way.
Yeah, so Robinhood, which is an app that a lot of people use to invest in stocks, what's called retail investors, they use apps like Robinhood as a more accessible way to get into the stock market.
Yeah.
And Robinhood, they made it so people couldn't buy any more GameStop stock.
Now, here's the fucky thing about that. Here's the fucky thing about that, though. Apparently, Robinhood and that the hedge fund are owned by the same company.
Yeah. So it's super shady. So Robinhood not only made it so you can't buy any more GameStop stocks,
they started selling people's stocks too.
They started selling them without notifying or asking for permission from the account holders. The way that they justified it was
financial concerns or something like that.
Yeah, we're concerned about the volatility of the market.
Yeah. So if you have Robinhood, I recommend you uninstall it and install literally any other investing app.
Well, the thing is, though, if you're using any free service, and this is just in general, if you're using any service that's free, you are not their customer.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You are not Robinhood's customer. You're not the customer of any free investment app. The customer is the person buying your data. You are the product. You are the product that they are selling.
Sounds horrifying.
Your data is what they're interested in, or else why would they offer a free service?
Well, that's the thing, though. It's if an investing company markets itself as giving people the power to do the same thing as rich people, and then when the poor people do that, and then they immediately become hypocrites about that.
Oh yeah.
Don't fucking, support that. I want to see Robinhood tank now.
Yeah, for sure. AOC was saying that,
call me the fucking sheriff
they should,
of Nottingham. We need to kill Robinhood.
Yeah. No, AOC was saying that we should investigate them, which for sure. Yeah. Because this is some shady stuff going on. But no, you know what's really funny?
What?
Robinhood on Twitter, their bio still says, democratizing finance for all, which
I saw that
within a week has aged so poorly.
I follow the, what is it? Things that have aged poorly account, the one with Blinks the Time Sweeper on it.
Yeah.
That has been shared about 5 times now. Just because
for
it's
sure.
so poorly aged. Every day it just gets worse and worse.
I don't know if you've seen this, but the I think it's the founder and CEO of Robinhood has been going on a whole media tour, both denying that Robinhood is doing any shady stuff like selling stocks without permission or
and also defending it.
Or yeah, he's simultaneously going around saying that it's not happening, but that it's also justified that it's happening.
Yeah. Evil man.
God, fucking capitalists are on something else.
They're all on copium.
And I'm sure you've seen the clips of hosts on CNN and Fox Business and all these financial news networks basically doing hit pieces on Reddit and Wall Street Bets in particular, demonizing the people at the bottom with no power and no money, and then simultaneously defending the hedge funds and the billionaires on Wall Street.
I just want to say shout out to Jimmy Fallon for finally proving my point and saying that you can't trust him.
Oh, I have not heard about this. What did he do? What did he do this time?
Actively like one of the things he did was he just started calling people that are doing this like Trump supporters. He even like one guy was God, these guys like the GameStop guys are doing great. This is amazing. And his response was, "At real Donald Trump, is this you?" And it's like, wow, Jimmy,
that is
really showing your true colors.
That is such a stretch. Did you see the article that was like how Trumpism explains what's going on with
I saw the title
GameStop.
For that. I didn't read it because I knew it's just gonna be
yeah.
Oh shit! Your thing just cut out. I thought you were done talking. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine.
Yeah, no,
I was just saying it's basically like another one of those like populism equals bad articles.
Oh god. It's like for some reasons like hipsters are like, I did it first. Now I'm gonna be mad about it. Ugh.
Yeah. No, everything that conservatives touch, like they have a reverse Midas touch where everything they touch just turns to shit. Every issue that conservatives talk about becomes instantly toxic.
But that's the thing. This one, as far as I know, hasn't had any like real big conservative people going like, yeah, this is something that we need to do and stuff. From what I've seen, it's just been Reddit. Like a bunch of people on Reddit. All I've ever seen from is like them making posts about it. My favorite ones are all of them saying, I've lived in poverty my whole life. $10 or $100 still isn't enough. So fuck it. Fuck you, Wall Street. And I just love that one. That's such a powerful statement.
Yeah. No, what I mean is that like Donald Trump's whole campaign in 2016 was centered around populism. Of one or of one variety or another, whether it's economic populism or the icky nationalistic populism, which is where you get the racists. Yeah. But no, he successfully ran a campaign based at least partially on we're the little guy and we're gonna take down the people in power that have been screwing you over for years. And
the only difference is he was one of the people.
Yeah, he's one of the people in power. He's definitely in the 1%. He's one of the people that will be eaten in the revolution. But no,
he man literally lives in a solid gold tower.
Yeah, he was such a fake populist that he got people convinced that he was going to provide real material change and benefits for regular people's lives. But now since then, if you try to do any kind of populism, like any kind of like, hey, let's the working class, let's try to at least provide a better life, just not be in poverty. Like, hey, let's maybe make it so if you work full time, you don't like you can afford to sustain yourself and possibly even a family. Once you start talking about that, suddenly you're the same as Donald Trump.
I love people on Twitter. They're amazing, especially Jimmy Fallon.
The blue checkmark liberals are so annoying.
Oh God, yeah.
So
It's like
many of them are just
everything
all
that's
like,
not
this is evil. Why are you doing
everything
this?
that's not neoliberalism is automatically conservatism.
Yeah.
God damn it. I've never been more angry about the existence of people, and also more happy I'm existing in this time.
Yeah.
It is.
I finally
but
get to see the rich get eat.
Yeah, just I don't know, the fact that the media is propping up the hedge fund people and doing their best to defend them. Yeah,
Well, to be
portraying
honest, they
them
are
as like the little guy
victims.
that got fucked over. Oh, I mean, yeah, sure, they're the
Like
they're the
but that's
victims
the
in the
thing, though.
sense that like someone that gets shot is a victim, even if it's like in self-defense, like
Yeah, no, like I was gonna say though, it's like that's one thing I learned from filmmaking class is that just because you're the main character doesn't mean you're the hero.
yeah,
Just because of the victim doesn't mean, they don't deserve what's happening to them.
yeah,
In some cases, absolutely they deserve it. like for what you said, it's like someone broke into my house trying to kill me and I shot them.
they're
the
technically the victim of a
but
shooting.
they're also the villain.
Yeah. But yeah, the media is going fucking full mask off.
Oh,
Like they're
yeah,
not even
no, it's-
trying. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. They're just an arm of the elite. Any
yeah.
news organization that has to make a profit has to some degree or another cater to people with money and power. And that's just a function of capitalism.
My favorite thing about this is all the people going on about how the Redditors are insane for doing this, and all the Redditors are like posting like pictures of them like the pictures of like what is it? Leonardo DiCaprio with the wine thing from Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like there's this guy, this investor. I remember this, and I will never forget it because it's so beautiful. Was like talking about how like it's dumb that Reddit's doing this because they're just gonna fuck themselves over. And in response, it was just a bunch of shitty memes. No one said anything. It was just pictures of different memes. Like none of them related to what was going on, and I just love that. It's so good. The revolution, not even with a bullet, just fucking memes and money.
Yeah. All right. So let's close out News Minute because it's been too much time.
All
We're
right,
approaching an hour of recording time.
News
so let's
Minute.
close us out, Jared.
All right.
Play me out. All right. So I have some WandaVision speculation written down.
I fucking
quite a bit.
watched it.
Let's just breeze right through it. So let's try to get through it as quick as we can.
All right. So the what's her name was a S.W.O.R.D agent,
Geraldine.
and also she's one of the victims of the blip, the snap.
Yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. We get more of the snap / the blip.
We got to see what hospitals were like, and that just was anxiety filled. If anything, I put myself in the shoes as a doctor working there, and what a nightmare that has to be.
Just
the
imagine
guy
the
we were
paperwork
operating
anywhere.
on, he just showed up again. Like imagine if someone like was in the middle of surgery and they fucking vanished, and the guy just shows up again. It's like he's already like cut open shit.
Yeah, imagine someone like in the middle of brain surgery and they get
a lot
blipped,
of people died.
And they come back, their skull is just peeled open.
Just
and they come back, and God forbid the hospital is relocated or out of business.
Yeah,
like they have to close down.
That hospital decided to restructure itself. Like they closed a wing down to remodel it or something. Because all of a sudden,
POV, you wake up from surgery and suddenly you're in the maternity ward.
You wake up during surgery, like your fucking chest is cut open, but you're like laying on a table in the maternity ward.
Oh, God.
You're laying in one of the... you wake up on the floor, surrounded by all the fucking, like, baby boxes they've got. It's like, what the fuck is happening? Like, look down, your chest is peeled open, your lungs are missing.
Anyway, speed round, breeze through this.
Let's go.
We find out that Westview is in New Jersey. I say let her keep it. I mean, it's New Jersey.
She's evil.
Let Wanda... let her have it. It's just New Jersey.
Okay, yeah,
Scrolls are listed as a possible suspect behind the whole thing. I just thought that was kind of cool.
Oh yeah,
on the whiteboard
in the thing.
Yeah, on the whiteboard when they're writing down like all the questions, like, oh, are scrolls part of it? Thought that was cool. This is a big one. Holy shit, was that Vision's corpse the whole time? Is another bullet point.
Caught me off guard. That scene.
Look, I figured. You go ahead.
That caught me off guard when I was watching it because he's like, "Hey, Wanda, how you doing?" She turns around, just a fucking zombie, hole in the head.
Yeah, like, holy shit. I figured Vision had to be something, right? He couldn't just be like a construct. But I don't know. I just never made the connection. Like, oh, she reanimated his corpse.
Yeah. No,
that's
I think
Vision's dead body walking around, filled with new artificial life.
There's a comic. In the comics, Vision does come back at one point, but it's not him.
Yeah,
it's this gray version of Vision where like he has his
I'm
soul
familiar
removed.
with that.
I think that's what they're doing in a way, except
maybe
in a fucking horrifying way. Because in the other one, it's just that the robot bits are active and stuff. And it's like, oh, I'm a robot now. Full robot. You can tell because I'm gray. Now it's just, oh, yeah. we woke the dead.
Now that leads to the question, though. What happens if Vision leaves the bubble?
Yeah. No, that's a good... Oh, okay.
Because everything that passes through...
Like, everything passes the sitcom keeps its form.
Yeah.
But, like... The lady, is she, like, was she bullshitting her way through it, or was her brain like actually fucked up by it? Because like when she came through, like, she was back to her normal self, but in the show she was like,
are you talking about Monica?
Yeah, I forgot her name. I keep trying to call her Geraldine, but that's not her name. That's someone else.
Yeah. It's unclear. I could see it going either way. Either she was under the spell, or she was just, undercover.
Yeah. I imagine that when when he comes through the portal, he'll just fucking die, except he's not a gross corpse this time. It's just Vision.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe it's only like material things, like not people. Like it's only like constructs
I'm not sure.
Keep the form. Because like Vision's a cyborg, so I imagine he walks through it. It's like,
well, he's not a cyborg. He's a full robot, just with an artificial soul, I guess.
Oh, that's right. No, I forgot. I forgot about the creation. I thought they used like some like actual like cloned shit for it.
They used synthetic organic tissue.
That's
okay, I guess it's not organic, but like synthetic flesh, basically.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like
so it's like latex. pretty close to real human skin, but it's just synthetic, fused with vibranium. But anyway, so everything that passes through the bubble and comes out has it keeps the form that it was like mutated to. It keeps the sitcom filter on it, basically.
Yeah. My question
is,
what the fuck happened?
So it's possible that Vision could just survive outside.
Yeah. My question is, what the fuck happened to the hazmat suit guy? Because you were right about that. That being like what that was, the beekeeper.
Yeah.
And like,
oh yeah. By the way, called it. We get props.
We get props. But no. But like seriously though, like what the fuck happened though? It's like she rewinds time and shit, and it like. He's gone. He's no longer shows up. But he never went back. That man is fucking dead. Wanda just killed someone.
Yeah, she might have just sent him back where he came from, but I'm not really sure. So yeah, we really don't know. Vision could be alive. He could be dead. The beekeeper guy could be alive. Could be dead. Anyway, let's try to breeze through the rest of this WandaVision stuff. Monica broke the fourth wall. That is a reference to when she was thrown out of Westview. She went through the living room wall, the like nursery wall, another wall, and then the barrier. So she literally broke through. She broke the fourth wall. I just thought that was a fun thing. Someone pointed it out. I saw it online, and I just wanted to mention it here because I think it's funny.
Yeah. No, that's
structural
funny.
change. It looks like the structure of the show is going to be changing in the second half of the season. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be like half sitcom like we saw in the first 3 episodes and half standard Marvel adventure like we see in the 4th episode.
I feel like it had more of like a Stranger Things horror movie vibe to it. Like with like the slow creeping shots and like the darker like lit areas. It's really giving me vibes of like I don't know if you've seen the first season of Stranger Things, but like in the first season they send a guy into the other dimension, and it just had like a very like similar vibe to that whole thing.
Yeah. Basically, like, what I mean is it's going to be half sitcom, half mystery, adventure, thriller, whatever you want to call it.
It's half Modern Family, half Stranger Things, and I am 100% for it.
Yeah. But yeah, so we see there's going to be more eras that they're going to portray. We got the 50s, 60s, 70s. Now we're going to get like 80s, 90s kind of era, like Full House, Roseanne, that kind of thing.
And then the last one's just full SpongeBob.
I think we're going to get a Modern Family style episode.
I want it to be like
because in one of the promotions, we see like an interview setup where Wanda's like, "How did that happen?" Oh, like you know what I'm talking about, right? Have you seen the promotional stuff?
I haven't seen the promotional stuff, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it's like a talking head from like a Modern Family style episode.
Oh, it's gonna be great,
and I am 100% here for it.
They do the intro and they're all in the boxes. Everyone's freaking. It's like, how did I get here? Where am I? Oh my god!
Yes,
and she's just smiling the whole time.
Anyway,
but no, I'm excited. It looks like it's gonna be a fantabulous season.
Yeah, that S.W.O.R.D dude, the like the head of S.W.O.R.D, that guy is definitely evil. He's got season finale villain reveal written all over him.
You know, it'd be funny. You know how there's that scene in Captain America where Red Skull reveals he's Red Skull? What if that guy does the same thing,
my God.
but it's just someone else's face underneath and they still don't know who it is? It's like, it's
no,
me
you know
the
what?
whole time. It's like, who the fuck are you?
He's going to peel off the mask and it's just going to be his own face.
Yeah. He just peels off his own face.
He has a mask of his face. He has a mask. He has his face, right? And then he has a mask of his face over it just so he can do the classic villain peel.
Yeah. What if that guy's Mephisto?
Actually, look, while we're just throwing shit at the wall, fuck it. The head of S.W.O.R.D is Mephisto.
Yeah. No,
either way, nice older white men in power are nearly always revealed to be the bad guy.
Well, that's the thing. Not in everyone and everything. Because, like, Stranger Things Season 2 did the same thing, but that's only because Season 1 did that. But I just think, imagine if he wasn't, if he's, like, actually just...
I don't know. I mean, We Can Be Heroes did the same reveal.
I just feel like... I don't know. I feel like it's just too widely used by them because every villain has just been an older, nice white dude. So I just kind of really want them not to do it this time around, but still have him just be like, oh, this guy's just a jerk. Like he's a boss that takes his job too seriously. Because that's the vibe I get. Like I don't like him. He's kind of a dick.
I don't know. He has the vibe that he knows too much.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know, because he just seems confused whenever that shit happens. Like when they brought back the clip and he just looks at it, he's like, "What the fuck?"
I have no evidence for this, but I just think that he knows too much.
He's
like I have a feeling that if he's not behind this, he's behind something. He has the vibe of someone that is responsible for some scheme.
I got a feeling he's going to be the later half bad guy because he wants to like kill Wanda to solve the problem. Everyone's like, no, we have to do something else. Like he's still going to be clearly the good guy, but like he's the bad guy, good guy. You know, there's always like the we can solve this without fighting, and then there's the no, just fucking assassinate them. We can get this over with like 5 seconds tops. He's gonna be that.
It's gonna
guy.
be like when they tried. It's gonna be like when they tried to nuke New York in the Avengers.
Yeah, well, it's like you can understand why they do it, but at the same time, what the fuck? Why are you doing that? It'll take 5 more minutes, but you can solve this in a much better way. It's like every episode of Doctor Who when aliens invade the planet. There's always the guy that's like, just fucking bomb the stratosphere. Fuck it. And then the Doctor's always like, just let me 30 minutes adventure. I can solve this problem. 10 minutes.
Let's just nuke the hurricane.
Yeah. Nuke the hurricane. But because there's always that guy. There's always the good guy character who is like, oh, we can solve this so much faster if we just shoot them. Because like I'm trying to think of a better example, a more modern example of it. I guess John Cena from Bumblebee. Like that's
Scott
a good
from
example.
Austin Powers.
Who?
Scott from Austin Powers, the son of Dr. Evil.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
In the first movie, when he's like, "What? You're feeding him? I got a gun in my room. Let's just end him right now."
Yeah. No, but yeah, like that.
I love that scene so
guy.
much.
I got a gun in my room. Let's end him right now. I gotta watch that movie again. It's been so long.
I love it so much.
But no, like I think he's not the full on bad guy. He's the good guy antagonist. Where it's like he's good guy, but near the end of the movie, like the show, he's gonna be like, we're gonna do this. This is the plan. And then the actual good guys, the team that we have, that we're on the little bus thing. They're gonna be like, we have to stop him because like we can fix this without bloodshed, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna say like their plan is probably to just nuke Westview because that seems to be what their plan always is. And then they're gonna be like, let's stop Wanda so she doesn't kill us all with cancer because that thing's giving off a shit ton of radiation.
Yeah. Well, there's actually been some speculation that I have seen, just looking at the internet lately, that WandaVision is going to be sort of like a reverse House of M, in that it's going to be like how House of M in the comics was when Wanda removed the powers of mutants. WandaVision is going to be it's going to be the origin of mutants.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean,
she
it's
has
kind
the
of a
power
long shot, but maybe
that. Literally, she has the power of cosmic, so
it could just be that all the radiation from the bubble, because Darcy says like it's in safe limits for now. It could progress to the point that people in the surrounding area get mutated.
Yeah. No, I genuinely
possibly.
think
I wouldn't like it if that happened.
It's what it is. If that's what they do, I mean, as long as they get the fucking X-Men in there, I'll be happy. I just want to see Nightcrawler again. It's been so long. Give me Juggernaut. Give me Juggernaut, but I want it to be like the third movie, like The Last Stand's Juggernaut, where it's like a bootleg. What's his name? Ricky Gervais. I want him to be like really British for no reason. I'm Juggernaut. I'll drink my water.
I want him to do the line from what was it, X3? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. I want him to do that line again. I love it so much.
I love it. It's such a powerful response. Electrocutes him. Fucking kills the Juggernaut.
Final WandaVision bullet point. This isn't important, but Darcy has a Rodecaster Pro on her desk. It's an audio mixer designed for podcasters. It's like my personal holy grail for podcast production that I want to have someday. She has it on her desk. It's fun seeing stuff that I recognize
if they have
in shows.
Now imagine this. What if there's an ARG out there where she's making a podcast and no one has seen it yet? And like that was just them like trying to like, oh hey, look at this. She's got a podcast mic. Wouldn't it be cool if there was an ARG with a podcast? I just feel like that'd be kind of
what's
funny.
An ARG?
I think it's alternate reality game. It's basically a show or a company
or like just someone trying to have fun would make puzzles and stuff that people would have to solve. The best example I can give at this time, because it's from recent memory, was the Halo 2 I Like Bees, I Love Bees campaign, in which basically what it is there's a seemingly normal
God, I just
website.
Realized Jake is here.
Yeah, he's been listening in this whole time. But basically what that was is it's basically people would stumble onto this website. It's a normal website, but something's fucked up with it. Like, oh, the pictures are corrupted. And then they'll notice that there's like codes and stuff. And then you solve the code, like the puzzles and stuff like that. And you get more parts to the story. And usually it ends with like some big reveal, like, oh, the story was all about you this whole time. Or when it's a show or a movie, it's something equally more awesome. Actually, even better in some cases. For example, people who solved the I Love Bees campaign got basically a free trip to America to play Halo 2, and also like complete first class, just everything. But
okay,
no,
that's
usually
epic.
it's just usually ARGs though. It follows the general principle and idea is that it starts off in a medium that isn't based in reality. Like, oh, it's a website, it's an ad, it's like a TV show or something. And then steadily over time, it progresses until it's in your reality. For example, with the I Love Bees thing, people would have to go to select locations to look for clues that the company would leave there, or they'd have to use payphones to help this AI figure out where the rest of it is. I'm not going to explain it. Cool. Look it up. It's like a 45-minute video. But that's what an ARG is. It's basically just a huge puzzle event thing. Like, you know those events from Fortnite? It's like that, except you don't watch a thing. You have to figure it out.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
No, they're awesome.
So anyway, closing out WandaVision speculation. Give us some outro music, Jared.
Sorry, Doctor Who. Don't copyright me.
So Jared, you had a couple different topics written out.
So I got some.
I have to go to the bathroom
ones.
first. So you get a little Jerry's corner while I go pee.
Okay. My favorite part on the hermit crab is the shell. Like, just because I just love the idea of an animal like being its own home. Like, imagine like if people were built like that. Like, we just like, oh, I'm tired. Just slump, and you're just inside your chest. Like, you fucking put an Xbox in there, man. You have any idea how much space like we'd have if we just made the organs smaller? You know what? You guys ever hear of CRISPR? I know this Jerry's Corner is not like the other ones, but fuck it, I'm having fun. Like, CRISPR though. It's like that Chinese stuff where it's like they mess with your DNA. It's like Elon Musk says they're gonna make cat girls with it. Imagine if we took that and we just like turned people into mobile homes. I just feel like genuinely that might be more beneficial than being weird with your cat. But that's just me. Also, another thing, it's like people talking about CRISPR, like it'd be cool if we could like change our DNA to turn us into weird shit. It's like, what if we started like making fucking like, I don't know, like let's make a new person. Let's take the DNA of every living being and combine it all into one single organism. Doesn't matter how many cells it has. Doesn't matter what it classifies as. Make something completely unique. We're going to take we're going to take God, stealing God's might to a whole new level. I'm talking about something that hasn't been done before, and I think we should do it. I think it's the most beneficial thing for us as a species to defy God. That's all I'm talking about. Nothing too big, nothing too terrible.
I'm so fucking scared.
Oh, I'm sorry. How long have you been back?
I just sat down a second ago. I just heard the last like 10 seconds or so.
Oh shit, hold on. Jake just sent something a little bit ago. Apparently Jeff Bezos is stepping down as CEO of Amazon. So looks like Doc Ock's been defeated. Spider-Man did it.
No, that just means that he deserves his money even less now.
Oh, he still gets money from it?
Well, I mean,
how the fuck do you get money from a position you don't? I fucking hate that.
Well, he owns the company.
I hate that. That's like Batman levels of shit. Like, I get that Batman's the good guy, but fuck Batman.
Yeah, like he's a cool character. Like the movies are fun to watch.
Batman's
but like if he existed in real life, he would be so problematic.
Beat up mentally ill people. Yeah. Batman's idea of fixing the situation is to beat up people and take them to a mental institute that has been proven to be a failure.
Yeah, it's like every like 1950s psych ward that they write horror stories about, but in the modern day. And they also just let people escape routinely.
Yeah.
No, anyway, Jared, let's get into your topics.
I have two things for you. We have artist Twitter and Fallout Frontier news. Fallout Frontier is a bit dated, so we'll start with that one first, because artist Twitter is fucking chaotic right now. So first thing first, Fallout Frontier, you know those episodes of old shows where like the only way you can describe it is like it's the writer's poorly concealed fetish, and that's what the whole episode's about?
Dan Schneider?
Like, yeah, like that. Like iCarly stuff where it's like, oh yeah, for some reason they just put their feet on everything and it's all about feet. Well, Fallout Frontier's like that, except it's with slaves and pedophilia. I haven't played this yet, but from what I've heard, this game is just... This mod took 7 years, and it says that it has like huge, like amazing, like storytelling and like professional writers and stuff. Everything I've seen about this has just been how horrible it is because of all the shit that it lets you do. Like, not that it lets you, and stuff that it doesn't let you do. Like, for example, there is a part where a character in base New Vegas has dialogue that they altered and changed, where he says that the antagonists from the previous games, the Enclave, are terrible people and you should be bad for wanting to support them. Like, if someone wants to, join the Enclave. And to a degree, I agree with them because I don't like the Enclave. I think they're the bad guys. But here's the thing, though. I'm not saying that and then immediately after that having a side quest where you, kidnap a child and force them into sex slavery.
Yeah.
Which is a thing.
That's, that just seems like the person that made it really wants to do sex slavery with children.
That's not the worst of it. There's a side quest where you have sex with a death claw. I don't know why this is all of the side quests, but that's what it is. Yeah, that's what happened. That's a thing. That's a thing that they have in it. And it's like, the worst part is, though, apparently, though, like, it's not just one guy, like what the internet's been thinking. It's multiple people, because I've seen a whole bunch of people come out with it. It's like, yeah,
there's
this guy
a team
that was fired
this.
from it. Yeah, it's a whole team. It's a whole fucking, like, production. Like, it's a whole company that did it. Well, like, not like company, but you know what I mean. Like, a whole group with a name. So like, basically a company, but not really a company. But this group, though,
co-conspirators,
basically. But from what I heard, though, one of these guys came out as like a pedophile, and they kicked him out of the group and everything. And he only contributed a small amount to this thing, apparently. And the thing he contributed was customization options. So all of the horrible stuff, like a lot of it, is done by the other developers.
So really the reason that he got kicked off is because he just admitted to it. Like, not because he is a pedophile, just because he admitted to it.
Basically. Like, there's stuff that he contributed to that was like really messed up and stuff like that. But it was mostly like customization stuff. It wasn't all of the other shit I listed. Like, there's more stuff in it that I haven't seen yet that I've heard about. I don't know if it's real or not, but the stuff that I have seen is like documented on YouTube. You can find it. And it's all just so funny to think about that they're like, you can't join the Enclave because they're a fascist government. And yet they have entire quests about doing the most heinous and immoral shit. Like, I'm all about taking down fascist governments, but basically... I've seen
speaking as a libertarian, I cannot support any fascist government that tries to tell me what to do. However, if I as an individual want to do heinous acts, then, that's just my God-given right.
Basically.
No, really what libertarians like is that the government doesn't enforce, or the reason that libertarians don't like government is that they enforce shit like, age of consent. Like, I feel like, okay,
laws.
Legal disclaimer. I do not believe that all libertarians are secretly pedophiles, only some of them.
However, I wouldn't be
But
surprised
I will
if
still
it came out.
I will continue to make fun of libertarians until the day I die.
But yeah, no, this thing though, like not as bad as those, is just some of the other things that does, like that insults people who actually play the game. Like for example, like this isn't as okay. I'm gonna straight up say this because I know people will probably be like, "Well, why didn't he lead with that?" Well, it's because I forgot about it, and also I don't know. I feel like we should address the big issue first, which is all of the horrible sex acts. But another thing though is that it just straight up insults people that played the game like the way they want to play it. Like there's a part in the game where like because like the whole plot of it is that you're one of the NCR guys who, by the way, you hate fascism and you think the Enclave are terrible, yet you want the NCR, who are basically the same thing, except they smile about it, to you make them the good guys. And I don't know, I just think that's kind of funny. Because it's essentially the same thing. Like I'm going into a rant now, but just hear me out. Alex, I want you to tell me who you think this is. It is a government body that sees the world around it, wants to change it back to how things were before, and does it with militaristic force. Is that the Enclave or the NCR?
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know a whole lot about the Fallout universe. I'm gonna pick whichever one is the closer analog to the United States military.
Well, here's the thing: they both are the same. That's the same goal for both organizations. The only difference is the Enclave kills mutants. The NCR does it, but not like out front.
I was gonna ask you: are there any actual like good factions in the Fallout games? Because like they've all got some downside, right?
Yeah, they all do. Minutemen are pretty all right, but come on, they're not really a faction.
They're LARPers.
Yeah. But no, for actual militarized factions, there was the Lion's Pride Brotherhood of Steel, but they got wiped out by themselves.
Yeah, so all the good factions get wiped out.
Well, actually, it's a light. There's a good faction, Jacobstown. It's a settlement in Fallout New Vegas, in which the whole premise is that it's just trying to help the super mutants like get on with their lives since the Master's dead. The Master being the main antagonist of the first game that led a super mutant uprising and tried to kill every human. So he's basically the exact opposite of every other faction in the game. But yeah, no, otherwise there's not really any like good faction. Like everyone has some horrible shit. Like with Jacobstown, you want to know what the worst thing is?
What's the worst thing?
The doctor in Jacobstown was giving someone medication and like doing experimental tests on this super mutant to try and find a cure for a lot of the other problems they have, but in the process he was giving her dementia.
Yikes.
But here's the thing though, it's like that's bad, but it's not we're gonna genocide an entire species bad. It's not we're gonna enslave
at that point you're just picking whichever
bad.
one is less worse.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Even with that one though, like the way you solve it is you just tell him, "Hey, I think this is a bad thing. We should probably like I don't know, hold off on this." And his argument is, "Well, yeah, but like think of the outcome." And you can respond with the very reasonable, "Yeah, it helps, but like isn't there an easier way to do this? Like without hurting her?" And he's just like, "Yeah, you know what, you might be right. Let's do some research into that." The other factions, it's either kill the president or don't.
Look,
like,
everyone's like
good.
Enclave this or NCR that, and I just want to grill.
Basically. No, I just hate that though, because it's just, ugh. They talk such shit, but then they put you in the same basically the same exact faction. But no, that's not the thing I want to talk about. The thing I wanted to talk about that's just insulting is just how, like, if you don't play the game like how they want you to, they'll insult you straight out. Like, there's a part where you get a gun from a quartermaster, and he'll ask you, "What weapon do you want?" And it tells you what skill associated with that weapon and like the weapon, so you know what your build is ready for. So if you're melee though, you don't get anything. The game just calls you an idiot. Like it just straight up insults you. And I just
yikes.
I hate that. It's like you call yourself like the mod for the fans, but you're alienating an entire group of fans. It's like, this isn't even including all of the horrible, heinous sexual shit, which again really should be addressed more. But it's just, I don't know. It's like, it's just a bunch of idiots. But anyway, Fallout Frontier, basically a game made by pedophiles. Don't get it. And now for the fun one, this one.
Yeah, before we move on to the next one, though, a little bit more about the whole Bezos situation. Jake sent a screenshot of some bullet points from an article. Looks like, just talking about like, Bezos
Amazon
stepping down.
CEO Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, I want to talk about the last one, though. Bezos said he will stay engaged in important Amazon projects, but will also have more time to focus on the Bezos Earth Fund, his Blue Origin spaceship company, the Washington Post, and the Amazon Day One Fund. So
what
basically,
the fuck? How many things does he own?
He owns a lot.
Is he Elon Musk? Is Jeff Bezos turning into Elon Musk?
No, Jeff Bezos has owned quite a few things for a while. Now you got to exploit a lot of workers at a lot of companies to get to the level of wealth that he's at. But no, basically, Jeff Bezos wanted to, step back a little bit from exploiting Amazon workers and start exploiting engineers to get his dick rockets working.
His dick rockets?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Tell me, okay, you haven't seen the Blue Origin rockets?
No, hold on, I'm on Google right now. Blue Origin rocket.
They all look like penises.
You gotta be joking me, man.
Look at this. Look at what I'm sending a picture to General. You gotta look at it. Look at what I sent to General. It's a dick rocket.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
They are
what the fuck?
Look, okay, I know that it's like
is a rounded to be nose like cone like aerodynamic at all? This design looks terrible.
I don't know. Well, I know it's like a meme to be like, oh, you can tell that men design these rockets because they all look like penises.
No, okay, in this case.
As much as a rocket normally looks like a penis, this one seriously, legitimately looks like a penis.
Look, I'm saying this right now with my
listeners. Google Blue Origin rocket. They're all robot penises.
I'm going to say this right now. I'm not some like brilliant aerospace nowhere thing. I don't know what the fucking called. I don't know the aerodynamics of
a scientist.
Shit. And I have a very vague knowledge. Yeah, I guess. It's air scientist. I'm not an air scientist. What I am, though, is someone with a vague understanding of how aerodynamics work. And from what I heard, it's like the finer the point, the faster speed. And I know that when you're breaking the atmosphere, you need to go really fast. Otherwise, everyone on that ship is going to fucking die. So when you make it rounded and not pointed at the top, like look at this design. I'm not an aerodynamic expert, but I have a feeling if anyone wants to ever fly that rocket, everyone on board will die a horribly painful death.
Yeah, honestly, like looking at it objectively, I'm sure that there's some purpose behind it. But I mean, It's so much funnier to think that he just wanted to launch dick rockets out into like to fuck space.
I just
it's like Ego the Living Planet's dildo.
Yeah. No,
that's what it looks like.
What it looks like. And I'm not a scientist or anything, but I just feel like if we launch anyone up in that, it's basically suicide.
Yeah, so anyway, Bezos dick rockets. Yeah, let's move on to the last topic.
Yes, this one is still relatively fresh, so it's the start of a new era for us, actually getting news out near almost the day it happens. Well, actually, this one technically did happen because I saw it in real time. So on artist Twitter, there was a huge thing going on about this guy named Adam. Adam something. I want to see if I can find his name again. But essentially, Adam
made a comic a while ago about a guy like
I know what you're talking about.
In the ground. Yeah, fucking Quentin
yes,
reviews.
I know what you're talking about. Yes,
but the thing is though, it's a comic about a guy planting his fingernails and then it grows into a person, and like that's a plot twist thing. It's a horror comic kind of thing. It's supposed to be unnerving. A bunch of guys stole that and turned it into.
Let me find the tweet that you're talking about so I can follow along.
Yeah, and like these guys took it like from him, like they plagiarized the whole thing and turned it into a video that apparently won awards and shit. And like, understandably, he's mad. He's talking about it on Twitter. He's like, "This is fucking bullshit and stuff," and like everyone's agreeing with him. And like, he's perfectly in the right for being mad about this. Like, this is theft. Like, they stole shit from him. But, and this is a really important but, someone else came in that wasn't related to this one with a tweet. And this is an amazing tweet. I know I'm building it up, but they say that he stole from them also.
Yeah.
So this Adam guy is talking about how plagiarism's terrible and stuff. He's getting his shit stolen. But apparently for years he's been doing this. And this person's like, yeah, here's an example. This is a comic I made that you stole. And then he went and he he drew up a fake like concept comic or something no, I was just redoing this older one. He even went and made a fake screenshot. Like, people can go onto his website, like all over the place. You can even do reverse image searching and stuff. You will not find that comic. Like, he posts all of his stuff, his process he goes through and shit, and you cannot find this one. Like, this thing doesn't exist. And so it started this whole like breakdown where it's like everyone's like so just fucking confused. People are fighting each other. Like, clearly this person's faking it. Like, they stole from him and now they're trying to get publicity. But the thing is, it's like all evidence points to him being the one that lies because he also deleted all of that stuff. Like all of the comments about, I'm not the one in the wrong. So it's this amazing shit where this guy has something stolen from him and then it reveals that he's also stealing shit. And it's just artist Twitter. It's just Game of Thrones because everyone's stabbing each other in the fucking back.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know why people can't just be honest. If you make comics and you're successful, isn't that enough? Isn't it enough to just be an honest artist and make your art, put it out, monetize it however you want to? But I mean, why would you like?
Now, I'm no way justifying this
of faking a plagiarism claim.
I'm no way justifying this, but I completely understand the hustle for artist Twitter. Like, I don't monetize my pictures because let's face it, my stuff isn't all that. Like, there's better people that deserve the money and shit. So I don't monetize the stuff I do because I feel like the level I have, anyone can do. But other people are actually doing it.
I'm the whole other opposite way. If the moment I can monetize anything that I do, I will do it. If I'm given the opportunity, I will do anything for the almighty dollar.
Oh, yeah, I understand that. But like, I understand why he would do that, because if your whole job relies on you producing comics and stuff, sometimes it's hard to come up with original ideas. Sometimes you gotta figure something out. And I get it, but if you get called out on it, don't start faking evidence. Don't just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's like, but no, that company that made it is absolutely in the wrong also. But it's just so funny to think that this is karma for him doing the same exact thing to people. And it's really eye-opening. It's just, don't trust artists because they're probably going to steal from you. It's just so crazy though. Like, I remember watching it unfold real time. Like, a couple artists I follow were like defending him, and now they're just deleting their posts and shit. Some of them are still defending him, like Trevor, Slimy Swamp Ghost, the guy that does the Siren Head shit. He's defending him still.
Yeah.
But he's not defending the whole, obviously he had it stolen twice. He's defending the whole, don't steal other people's shit and turn it into award-winning things. Because that's happened with him. Siren Head was a cool character he came up with that the internet basically stole from him. And he doesn't hate it, but he hates it when people monetize it. Like that Siren Head game that came out. Like he finds that absolutely disgusting because it's his ideas that people are stealing from him. Yeah,
this is like a sequel. This is like a sequel to our episode from a few weeks ago. Plagiarism isn't a talent. It all ties in. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Oh my God. It's just so amazing though. It's just this absolute fucking shit just storm that's happened. But yeah, no. Quentin Reviews though did he like went through and just broke it down piece by piece. I think he's still fucking talking about it because I don't know if like anything else has happened. I'm gonna check real quick on my Twitter because again, this is like big shit. Like this is amazing. But Adam Ellis, that's his name. We can blank that out if we want. But yeah, no. Looks like nothing else happened with it. But he stole a comic from someone, proceeded to doctor evidence claiming that it wasn't, that he didn't do it. And then when people pointed out that, oh yeah, no, there's no evidence of this, he deleted it. So like, it's fucking wild. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this goes on.
Okay, so I'm looking at Quentin Reviews' Twitter. He hasn't tweeted anything since 7 hours ago about the whole artist thing, but he's followed by Patton Oswalt now. It's pretty poggers.
Hell yeah.
It's not related, but I'm happy for him.
Here's the name of the person that had their comics stolen by him is ProPen Comics on Twitter. Prophilic Pen Comics is for the actual like username thing, but for the ad, it's at ProPen Comics. So you should go follow them.
Give them a follow.
Support. I'd say not to follow the other guy, but he's also like fucked over by other people. But at the same time, though, we shouldn't like endorse that kind of shit. Like this is a horrible thing. It sucks when it happens to you. So like, don't do it. I hope he learned his lesson from it and proceeds to go on and not be shit. But to the two guys though that stole someone's comic and made it into a video, I want you to go fuck yourselves. Like, you two are scum.
So, wait, that Adam Ellis tweet, the one that I think got deleted, where he's like, "Oh, this film fully plagiarized my comic." So, no,
it's a different comic.
The movie, did it actually plagiarize the comic? Because
it did. It's shot for shot.
It did?
Yeah, it's shot for shot the exact same comic.
Okay.
So like,
all right, I'm just wondering because I thought I saw somewhere. No,
you might have more knowledge on this than me. Did it come out that he plagiarized that comic too?
No, I probably just mixed up some information. I thought that I saw somewhere that Adam Ellis saw like this movie or short film or whatever it is, like was getting traction, and then he drew a comic and made it look like it was older, but I don't know. I'm not seeing anything about it. Okay, yeah, so I'm looking at the Quentin Reviews thread, and I'm looking at the whole Adam Ellis thing. So to recap, Adam Ellis stole a comic, invented a fake earlier version of that same comic to get out of it. His fans then harassed the original artist. Evidence on his archived website proves that said comic does not exist, and the art style / minor graphics effects do not match up. And it's going over that like dog comic. So Adam Ellis stole the comic, the one where it's like the dog and the girl making out weird. And then if you scroll down a couple tweets later, there's an Adam Ellis tweet that I guess got deleted saying this film is fully plagiarized shot for shot remake of my comic.
No, it's not that one.
Didn't ask.
That's not the one that was deleted. That one's still up. It's the one where he's saying, "Oh yeah, no, this is my thing. I made it on my blog." It's the fake screenshot that doesn't exist. He deleted that.
Oh yeah, I see now. Yeah, the one that got deleted. where Quentin Review said, weird that this comic doesn't exist on any archives of your blog, and it looks nothing like the refined style you were going for in 2012. So
yeah, because you can see the exact page he edited, Thursday, December 6th, 2012. And the next screenshot after that, you see the drawn to life Black Friday thing where he did his whole commission event thing.
Yeah,
but he deleted the screenshot thing. The other one is true, where they stole the comic from him and made their own thing with it. So he did get that that did get stolen from him, but he also stole from other people. The story again is like a fucking
There's
Game
always
of Thrones
a bigger
episode.
fish.
Yeah.
And like always, we come back to Star Wars.
Oh, that's such a deep cut reference.
It's just this whole artist Twitter debacle has been amazing. Like, most of the time drama on it is usually just like, this guy stole from me, let's blacklist him.
Artist Twitter is such a great soap opera. Thank you for introducing me to it.
You're welcome. Because like every day, like every month, there's always something going down. And it hasn't been like this. This has just been amazing because it's literally a fucking plot twist that came in. Because like he posted that a day ago, got a bunch of support for it. Then someone else came and was like, hey, by the way, he stole from me. And now it's just this fucking war zone.
So anyway, as we approach the 2-hour mark of recording, let's close out the show. Thank you, everyone, for listening to Bold of You to Say. If you like this episode, remember to like, subscribe, all that stuff, whatever your platform allows. If you're listening on YouTube, leave a comment with your reaction if you disagreed with anything we said, which statistically you did. Or if you have any ideas for whatever you want us to cover next week, leave it down below. If you want to support the show, the easiest thing that you can do is to share this with anyone that you know that listens to podcasts. Share our clips, tweet them out, get some eyes on the show. Share the show with everyone that you know, because even if you didn't like today's episode, statistically speaking, someone that you know will be into it. So yeah, share it with everyone. Share it with the milkman. Share it with your local Amazon driver. If you're in an Uber, share the episode with your driver. Share it with everyone. If you're about to go into surgery, share the show with your doctor.
Just like put your phone in your chest and have it on blast. When he cuts you open, he'll be introduced to our wonderful show.
If you're one of the people that plays music out loud on the bus, go fuck yourself. Don't play our show because I don't want us associated with that. You understand it. You get how it is.
Yeah, it's that hustle.
Leave us a review on Podchaser. That helps us out a lot also. It's sort of like an IMDb site for podcasts. It's a great way to support the show. Or also you could just, send us cold hard cash because you got to do something. And if you're not willing to put in the time to share, you gotta pay up. You gotta pay your not tweeting out our clips tax. So yeah, the link will be at the bottom of the description if you want to give us a donation, which, to be clear, you don't have to do. And frankly, you will get nothing out of it. Don't miss next week's episode. Subscribe, ring the notification bell, whatever, blah, 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 all that stuff. Calls to action are fun, aren't they?
Yeah.
And with that, you've been listening to Bold of You to Say. I have been your host, Alex Myers.
And I have been your death threat.
Thank you so much for watching, and good 9 a.m. through 9 p.m.
And if you disobey any order we have given you throughout this, especially the ones we have put into your brain subliminally, I will go into your house and pee on your pants. You dirty boy.
Thank you and good night. Good 9 a.m. through 9 p.m.
Time.
Augers.